Have you ever stood in the produce aisle, thinking, I'm eating healthy, but why don't I feel healthier? You fill your basket with vegetables, assuming you're doing the right thing, because we've been told for years that all veggies are good for us. But what if I told you that some of the vegetables you eat every day could actually be making you weaker? Yes, weaker, especially in your legs. And over 60, that's not just frustrating, it's dangerous. For seniors, the wrong vegetables can quietly damage your immune system, speed up brain aging, and make it harder to stay balanced and steady. And the worst part? These bad vegetables are the ones you've probably been told are healthy. Today, we're going to uncover 3 vegetables you should never touch after 65, and more importantly, 3 vegetables your body absolutely needs right now to stay strong, sharp, and independent. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to toss from your fridge and what to start eating instead. Let's start with something you've probably seen on your plate since childhood, but maybe never realized how powerful it truly is: broccoli. Now, you might be tempted to push it aside. Some folks think it's bland, too crunchy, or just plain boring. But if you're over 60, broccoli might just be one of your greatest allies. Here's why. As we age, one of the biggest hidden threats to our health is chronic inflammation. You might not feel it right away, but it slowly eats away at your joints, weakens your bones, and drains your energy. And it's a key reason why seniors begin to feel unsteady or weak in the legs. Broccoli contains a powerful compound called sulforaphane. This natural chemical is like a microscopic firefighter, rushing in to put out inflammation and protect your body from internal damage. In fact, studies show that sulforaphane doesn't just reduce inflammation. It actively supports bone density and improves circulation to your legs and feet. That means stronger steps, better balance, and a lower risk of falls. But here's the catch: you have to cook it right. Boiling broccoli until it's mushy? That destroys most of the sulforaphane. Instead, light steaming is the secret. Just a few minutes, enough to soften it slightly, but not so much that it loses its deep green color. That's when broccoli gives you the most healing power per bite. And there's more. Broccoli also feeds your immune system with vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants that keep your cells younger and your digestion smoother. For seniors looking to stay strong, avoid inflammation, and keep their legs moving freely, a few servings of broccoli each week can make a real difference. If broccoli is the body's defender, then spinach is like fuel for the mind and muscles. You've probably heard that spinach is good for you. But most people don't realize just how good, especially as we get older. In fact, it's one of the few vegetables that support both mental sharpness and physical strength, 2 things many seniors find themselves fighting to maintain. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stood up quickly and felt a little dizzy? Or walked into a room and forgotten why? Maybe your legs feel slower, or your thoughts aren't quite as quick as they used to be. It's more common than you think. And sometimes, it's not just aging. It's poor circulation and lack of brain fuel. Spinach is loaded with natural nitrates, not the bad kind found in processed meats, but the good kind that helps open up your blood vessels and improve blood flow to every corner of your body, including your brain and muscles. Better blood flow means clearer thinking, stronger leg function, and even improved vision. That's right. Spinach also contains lutein, a nutrient that protects your eyes and helps prevent age-related vision loss like macular degeneration. And here's something especially important for seniors: spinach is rich in folate, a B vitamin that supports brain health and helps fight off cognitive decline. In fact, a long-term study found that older adults who consumed leafy greens like spinach regularly had slower rates of memory loss. Their brains aged more slowly. Who wouldn't want that? And when it comes to muscles, spinach has been shown to increase muscle strength and endurance, thanks to its unique blend of plant compounds. That means you're not just eating for your brain, you're eating for your legs, your heart, your balance, your independence. Here's a quick tip. To get the most out of spinach, try lightly sautéing it in olive oil or adding it raw to smoothies or salads. Avoid overcooking. The more you cook it, the more nutrients you lose. So whether you're aiming to stay steady on your feet or sharp between the ears, a cup of spinach a few times a week is a no-brainer, literally. Now let's talk about a vegetable that almost feels like a childhood classic, the humble carrot. You might be thinking, carrots? Really? That's nothing new. But if you're over 60, carrots may be one of the most important vegetables you can add to your weekly meals. Why? Because they support two critical things that seniors often lose with age: clear vision and neuromuscular balance. Let's start with your eyes. As we age, one of the first things to go is vision sharpness, especially at night. It becomes harder to read fine print, see in dim lighting, or catch small obstacles while walking. This can lead to missed steps, misjudged distances, and yes, dangerous falls. Carrots are loaded with beta-carotene, a bright orange pigment that your body turns into vitamin A, and vitamin A is essential for healthy vision. It supports the retina and prevents macular degeneration, which is the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. But what many people don't realize is that carrots do more than just protect your eyesight. They also help keep your body balanced. You see, good vision and balance go hand in hand. When your eyes can clearly see the floor beneath you, steps ahead of you, or uneven pavement outside, your body responds faster. Your legs adjust, your steps stabilize, and your chances of falling go down significantly. But here's the surprising part. Carrots also contain plant nutrients that support neuromuscular coordination, the connection between your brain and your body. This helps your muscles respond quickly when you trip or misstep. And there's one more bonus: carrots are high in fiber, which supports your gut health and blood sugar control. This keeps your energy levels more stable throughout the day, helping you stay on your feet longer and feel less drained. Want to get the most benefit from your carrots? Eat them both raw and lightly cooked. Cooking carrots can actually increase the amount of beta-carotene your body can absorb. Just don't drown them in butter or sugary glazes. A light steam or roast with olive oil and herbs is perfect. So if you're looking for a natural way to stay sharp, balanced, and active, don't overlook carrots. This simple orange root may be doing more for your independence than any supplement in your cabinet. Now that we've covered the 3 vegetables every senior should be eating, let's switch gears. Because while some vegetables can support your health and independence, others, even the ones you've always thought were healthy, can quietly do damage behind the scenes. And the first on that list? Eggplant. Yes, eggplant. It's colorful, it's versatile, and it's a favorite in many heart-healthy Mediterranean dishes. But for older adults, especially those dealing with joint stiffness, arthritis, or mobility issues, eggplant may not be as innocent as it looks. Why? Because eggplants belong to a group of vegetables known as nightshades, and these contain a naturally occurring chemical compound called solanine. Solanine is the plant's natural defense system, meant to protect it from pests. But when humans eat it, especially in higher amounts or with chronic exposure, solanine can irritate the joints, trigger inflammation, and in some cases, worsen symptoms of arthritis or joint pain. You may notice it as that nagging stiffness in your knees in the morning, or the soreness in your hips after a short walk. These symptoms often get blamed on aging, but they can be worsened, or even triggered, by certain foods like eggplant. And here's the thing: solanine doesn't always cause a dramatic, immediate reaction. Instead, it tends to build up slowly, leading to what doctors sometimes call silent inflammation. That's the kind that flies under the radar but still chips away at your comfort, mobility, and strength over time. Even more concerning? Some seniors find that after cutting eggplant and other nightshades from their diets, their joint pain significantly improves, often within just a few weeks. Now, does that mean everyone over 60 should avoid eggplant completely? Not necessarily. Some people tolerate it just fine. But if you've been struggling with joint discomfort, stiffness, or declining mobility, and you regularly eat eggplant, it might be worth testing what happens when you take it out of your meals for a month or so. Your body will usually tell you everything you need to know. And if you're not sure how to spot nightshades beyond eggplant, here's a hint: They often grow in warm climates and include vegetables like tomatoes, potatoes, and peppers. Not all are problematic for everyone, but for sensitive individuals, especially older adults, they can be quietly harmful. So as you pay attention to what strengthens your body, don't forget to watch for what might be weakening it. Eggplant may be one vegetable that looks beautiful on your plate, but could be silently stealing your mobility. Let's wrap up with the last two vegetables you may want to think twice about, especially if you're over 60 and focused on protecting your strength, balance, and overall health. After eggplant, the next surprise offender is the green bell pepper. Now, I know what you might be thinking: green peppers are crunchy, colorful, low in calories, and they even show up in healthy stir-fries and salads, right? But here's the hidden issue. Green bell peppers, like eggplants, belong to the nightshade family and are especially high in a compound called lectins. Lectins are plant proteins that bind to carbohydrates, and while they serve a purpose in nature, in the human body, particularly in older adults, they can be a gut irritant. When consumed in excess, lectins can disrupt the lining of your gut, interfere with nutrient absorption, and trigger low-grade inflammation in sensitive individuals. That matters more than you might think. Because when your digestion is impaired, it doesn't just affect your stomach, it impacts everything from your immune system to muscle recovery, bone health, and even your energy levels. What's more, some seniors report that after cutting out high-lectin vegetables like green peppers, they feel less bloated, less stiff, and more mobile. And it's not just about comfort. When inflammation goes down and nutrients are properly absorbed, your muscles and bones are better supported, which translates to better leg strength and balance. All right, that brings us to the final vegetable on our avoid list: white potatoes. Now, potatoes are a staple in many kitchens. They're filling, comforting, and versatile. But for seniors, especially those managing blood sugar or circulation concerns, white potatoes can do more harm than good. Here's why. White potatoes have a very high glycemic index, meaning they cause rapid spikes in blood sugar when eaten. And over time, this repeated spiking and crashing can lead to insulin resistance, poor circulation, and increased inflammation. And poor circulation isn't just a heart concern. It directly affects your legs, leading to things like leg cramps, numbness, swelling, and even loss of balance. In fact, seniors with blood sugar instability often report more frequent falls, reduced sensation in their feet, and slower healing, all of which threaten independence. That's not to say you can never enjoy a potato again, but moderation is key. And when you do choose to eat potatoes, consider switching to sweet potatoes, which are lower on the glycemic index and loaded with anti-inflammatory nutrients like beta-carotene. So let's recap. Green bell peppers may quietly irritate your gut and trigger low-grade inflammation. White potatoes may spike your blood sugar and damage your circulation, two things that directly impact your legs and balance. As you age, your body becomes more sensitive to the foods you eat, which means making small, intentional changes can yield big results. Swapping out just a few harmful vegetables and replacing them with powerful, healing ones like broccoli, spinach, and carrots could mean the difference between struggling to get out of a chair and confidently walking across the room. Your diet is either building your strength or quietly weakening it. You get to decide. And if this video helped you think differently about your choices, be sure to subscribe to Rooted Health for more natural, science-backed tips to help you thrive, not just survive, in your golden years. We've got more empowering content coming your way, and we'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you noticed certain vegetables affect your body differently? Let us know. Your story could help someone else. Until next time, stay informed, stay healthy, and stay rooted in your strength.